Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy, Green Pastures Farm. I just wanted to give you an update. A lot of people wanted to know what, keep you updated what this would look like when we're done. And here it is. I just finished it up. This is the honey locust forest that we got. The landowner that lives across the creek, he's landlocked. He can't get to it. He wasn't using it, and it was just solid thorns. And so we came in here, this was last week, and the boys and I started cutting these things, chainsawing them, cutting them off flush. You can see all the stumps out there. And of course you can see the brush piles. That's one. There's another 2, 3, and there's another one behind that. I got them all in 4 brush piles. Then the boys came along and took chainsaw and a stick and trimmed up all the remaining honey locusts that we kept. You know, I tried to keep one about every 50, 75 feet. They'll grow. They're gonna get bigger. We may come back in a couple of years and take out a few more, but you know, you don't wanna take out too many and then wish that you hadn't taken out so many, because you can't put them back and get them. You know, that tree there is 60, 70 feet tall. That's gonna take a few years. I can remember when that tree, this was all part of docks, and I can remember when these trees in here were, about twice as big as my thumb. Yep. Now there's some in here that are, you know, some of these are 12 to 18 inch diameter that we took out. There was just too darn many of them. But, yeah. Took a skid steer with grapples. Gotta watch where I walk around here. There's still quite a few thorns laying on the ground. There's the tool right over there. And see, there's a stump right there. That one, I'll give you an example of how big it is. Here's my foot. And that's 13 inches. It's a 13-inch boot. So that was 26. That stump is 26 inches across. Yep. Now, to be honest, there was 2 trees here. Okay, there's 1, 2. Yeah, there's just 2. If you count the rings on that tree, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18. Yep, about 20. 2001, they were big as my thumb. Honey locusts, they grow quick, they make good shade. The only problem with them is they have a firestorm of thorns. And if you can't deal with the thorns, well, then you don't have shade, but I can deal with it. So far, the landowners have dealt with it, but I don't let them take over my farms. This one out here, these are all small ones. This is actually over on docks. Can y'all see a difference in the grass? I mean, this is coming back. This is pretty good ground in here. But look over here on docks. This is what we've been managing for 23 years now. Look at that. I mean, it's so thick, and that's been grazed. That was grazed about 7 days ago with 360 head. Look at the grass in there. But these are all small ones. These are all small honey locusts. I've probably left, I don't know, 15 of them out there. And I asked Doc if I could do it, and he said, well, as long as you don't let them take over my farm. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna do that. I'll stay on top of them. And so what we do is we come through there about every 2 years and we'll brush hog that. Because I can see some in there right now, little ones starting, and we'll knock them back, or we'll come in here in the wintertime and we'll cut them with loppers and we'll paint the stumps. Yeah. There's the honey locust right over there. Got the top broke out of it. You only see half of it, so that one will come out. It's really had a hard life. The top is actually laying down on top of the grass now. So that one got called by the windstorms. There's a nice bodark. We call them Osage orange. Texans call those bodarks. Hedge apple. They got the big green hedge apples on. But isn't this pretty? You'll see a slight difference if you go back about 2 weeks and look at the video I did on our new honey locust savanna lease that I brush hogged. This is where I brought that brush hog in. Then we brought the cattle in about 3 weeks later and grazed it. Left them in here for 4 hours. 360 head was in here for 4 hours. No water. And then we gave them a 11 o'clock move and they went to the water tank and drank and got their regular size paddock. But they beat this up pretty good. It's just gonna get better from here on out. Do we have stumps? Absolutely. If I'd have brought a D7 Caterpillar in here and pulled all the stumps out, well, I can tell you, I'd have lost tons and tons and tons of topsoil. So when we do come in here to brush hog this, which we probably will occasionally, maybe every second or third year, I'm just gonna make sure I raise my brush hog up pretty darn tall. You know, get it up there 7-8 inches off the ground, because if you hit one of those stumps, that could be a very, very costly mistake. Yeah, because gearboxes on brush hogs, they don't give them away. I found that out about 5 years ago. I had a landowner that left a cedar stump. Oh gosh, it was a foot tall. He'd cut the tree and never got back and cut the stump. And the grass and the weeds grew up over, and I hit that thing going full blast, and the whole deck of that brush hog came flying out of there with the shaft on it. It snapped the shaft off. Yeah. Snapped the whole drum, the shaft off the brush hog. You talk about a sick feeling. $2,300 later, I had it fixed. That was just for one shaft, folks. But they had to replace the whole gearbox because the shaft was made with the gearbox. So, you know, I had an old guy tell me, every time you fire up a piece of metal, fire it up, in other words, start it up, and you start using it, he said to listen to the fiddler, to listen to the music, you got to pay the fiddler. And what he was saying is, you start that engine and you get metal moving, it's going to break. It's going to break. It just is. It may not break that day, but it's going to break. Someday you're going to hit something like that, or things just break. You know, metal just breaks, and it's going to cost you. So limit that. Use the animals as much as you can, and let them do as much of the work as possible. So we've got it all done now. From here on out, maybe every year we'll come in here and brush hog this, but the cattle are going to do the lion's share of it from here on out. We're going to burn these. These are right out in the middle of the field. A landowner doesn't want them in there, and we're going to burn these piles, but we're going to wait, let them dry down some more, and then I'll come down here and throw a couple feed sacks in there. I've got them really tight. Folks, these are big brush piles. There's probably 100 trees or more in each one of these. Yeah, but we took a basically useless piece of thorn forest and we turned it into a pretty nice savanna here. I think it looks pretty nice, especially what the boys did with the chainsaw and a stick. I mean, they went way up there. We got a 16-foot extension on our saw, and those boys are stout, you know. They can reach up there and they just make it look so darn easy, whacking those limbs off. The thing about a chainsaw and a stick, see, the limb is hanging like that, so you got the weight of the limb. You make a little undercut on the bottom one, then get up on the top of it immediately and start cutting, and the limb will just pop right off. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning, just a cloudy morning, and just a great day to be alive. And I also wanted to say something about yesterday. It was a really, really bleak moment for America. I don't care which side of the aisle you stand on. It doesn't matter, but when you try and assassinate somebody that's running for political office, I don't care if you're independent, Republican, Democrat, whatever. This country cannot stand. That's what happens in third world country. It doesn't happen in the United States. I think there were some really lapses there. I don't know how you get somebody up on a roof 150 yards from the president and nobody knew he was there. That's just ridiculous. But anyway, I'm gonna get off that. My prayers are with the poor fellow that lost his life and the other two that are critical. Prayers are out for them and their family. And I just pray for this nation, you know. I just hope we don't, I hope this thing doesn't escalate and even get worse than what we're at right now. It's just not a good thing. And we all need to come together. We're all Americans, and we all breathe the same air. And you know, it's the best country. It's the best country in the world. That's why everybody wants to come here. And I don't think we need to tear it down. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. Everyone have a good one, and we'll see you next time.